So it's been quite a while since you last recorded an album. What prompted you to write this material and record another record?
Well, I think the small matter of the record company threatening me with excommunication, incarceration, auto da fe, that kind of thing. Nothing serious. No. I obviously I had felt a certain amount of, not pressure, but I did want to try and do something. But with all the TV work and library music and stuff, it was not easy to see a kind of a clear run, if you like. And obviously, you're going to embark on something, and you don't get quicker as you get older as well, sadly. So you've got to know that you've got a clearish bit of time, because in the past I've mixed things up. So I mean, with Field Day, I had to come back to it about 3 times, which meant keep remembering pieces, then having to practice up the technique. When you've been working on keyboards and you maybe just a mouse, one hand, so you're not really, your coordination is going left, right, and centre. So I wanted to try and avoid that if I could. So I was able to get a fairly clear run at this. I mean, there were a few breaks, but broadly speaking, it was sort of. If I take the odd month out, it wasn't much over a year, which I know sounds crazy, but I actually did find that although I was able to write it relatively quickly, that the difference between writing in sections and just having it sounding sort of reasonable and actually making it sound like a concert performance was light years away. They say don't they, 5% inspiration, 95% perspiration. I would say probably this time around 2% inspiration, 98% perspiration. And also getting older now, I used to get quite tired. I'd sort of practice a few pieces and then fall asleep for a while and then have to wake up, and no, it wasn't quite that bad. But so I was a bit slower this time, and it just does take time. Serious amount of time and you can't rush it. That's the other thing. If it's like anything in life, you realize as you get older, like if you just suddenly go out and try and do a marathon, you've had it as a runner. You've got to build up to it if you've not been doing stuff. So if you start practicing 6 hours a day, particularly on a 12 string, you're a goner. So I had to build up to it, but I'd get carried away, and then I'd have problems with my wrist or my shoulder, and I'd have to stop for a while. So there was all this going on. And in the end, I realised that I was going to have to do it in 2 blocks, because the practice schedule of trying to take on all these 24 pieces over sort of practice one lot one day, say 12, was just too much. I just couldn't do it. So I separated it into the easier ones and then the 4 brutes, as I called them. So the easier ones were done by the end of last Christmas, and then between January and April, practiced the brutes and then recorded them just before Easter.